Stuttering Craig is at it again, okay? I just talked about him, I think yesterday, doing some good old games journalism. And to just run it back real quick, I've been a fan of his for a very, very, very long time. Back to the old Screw Attack days, I've talked about, my appreciation for Screw Attack ad nauseum. Need not retread that well-worn ground, but he, as a journalism major, is doing more games journalism than any of those mainstream games journos. I guarantee you that, just with 2 simple Twitter posts. The ones that we're going to be talking about right here is the fact that nobody's pre-ordering Ubisoft's upcoming 2024 fair. Like, you can see the quote tweeted image. We're talking Star Wars Outlaws here. I have an insider who works for high traffic game stores in one of the most populated cities in the United States. They have 27 stores in that area, and there have been a total of not 1, not 2, but 41 pre-orders for Star Wars Outlaws. 41. There is no hype for this game, but that's just physical releases. Digital sales could be totally through the roof, and the next time we look at concurrent player counts over the Labor Day long weekend, I'm sure we're just going to see that those numbers probably track fairly well. But how are they tracking for Ubisoft's other big release of 2024? We're talking Assassin's Creed Shadows, ladies and gentlemen. My insider told me that as of this morning, August 29th, so Thursday morning, Assassin's Creed Shadows has less than 800 pre-orders combined for Xbox and PS5 company-wide. They have over 900 stores. 900 stores. It's got to be what, like Target, Walmart, Best Buy. I don't even know if Best Buy has that many brick and mortar stores at this point in time. Like, this is a big deal. Less than 1 pre-order per store? Bro, nobody cares about this game. Ubisoft is putting out banger after banger after banger in 2024. They really are going to be dead by the end of this year, huh? Assassin's Creed Shadows pre-orders less than 800 units from a national chain with over 900 stores. Rumor claims that physical pre-orders for Ubisoft's upcoming Assassin's Creed Shadow game are less than 800 from the national retail chain that has over 900 stores. Craig's tweet right there. The post was a follow-up to a previous one, yes, talking about Star Wars Outlaws with 41 sales from 27 stores in one location. Jeez. On the PlayStation Store. Yeah, and this is where we can go ahead and try to track how well the stuff is doing, because, yeah, there's going to be obvious distinction between physical sales and digital ones in 2024. And the fact that this is going to be mass released on just about every platform possible, we're not going to be able to properly track how many sales that this game does until Ubisoft announces some astronomical number. They inflate their totals, and they tell you that it's a big success through gritted teeth and tears. Well, we can wait for that. Or we can prognosticate and try to fill in the blanks by doing a little digging of our own. Star Wars Outlaws sits behind, yes, 2 editions of Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I can't believe there's 6 of those right now. 3 editions of 2K25 as well. And you compare and contrast that with the 3 editions that we've seen of Star Wars Outlaws, and it's only the base version Star Wars Outlaws that's on pre-order. But you can sign up for the Ubisoft account, okay? $17.99 a month, okay? And you'll get full access to the deluxe edition. That's how they're going to try to spin this when it comes to, we didn't have many sales, but take a look at how many people signed up for our service for a month and then didn't continue their sub. Don't worry about it. Everything will be boosted for quarter 4. And then when they have a massive drop off in quarter 1, that's when the spin is eventually going to have to end. But as you can see on that list right there, what's that on the bottom rung? What's that checking in 22nd place? Oh, that's a little Assassin's Creed Shadows, the Ultimate Edition? Yeah, it's the Ultimate Edition. $130 for this pile of garbage. That's kind of crazy. Base game sits at 31st on the second page. Oh, Gold Edition for Assassin's Creed Shadows sits 42nd position. Oh, Star Wars Outlaws also in 6th position in the best-selling titles in the United States, behind Black Myth Wukong. Shout out to the Monkey Game, because the Monkey Game is still killing it right now, and I'd imagine over this weekend probably going to be doing excellent numbers. I've seen some gameplay of it, and yeah, man, probably when it's on sale. I don't really have a lot of time right now, and plus, I just started a fresh Final Fantasy VII Rebirth save because I want to go through the game. I want to go through the game again 100% before do my review before the end of the year. I still have plans on doing that. Don't worry about it. But yeah, not really gonna have enough time to do another game. But the monkey game, yeah, no, it doesn't need my sale right now. Trust me, it's killing it. And then free to play Fortnite, obviously free to play Call of Duty Warzone, Madden 25, College Football 25, and then Star Wars Outlaws in 6th place. And it shows you right now, like when there's a zeitgeist game like Black Myth Wukong, what is actually out there and continues to be popular. There's a reason that Activision Blizzard is basically a Call of Duty studio at this point. There's a reason that the Epic Game Store can continue to be a thing, because the normies, they still really do drive the market, and they used to purchase games like Assassin's Creed. They would be jumping on anything that had a Star Wars badge on it, but now, not so much. Not so much. Wars Outlaws, yes, currently the 3rd best-selling new game on the PlayStation Store behind Black Myth Wukong and EA Sports Madden 25. Well, that's good, but why is Valorant the new game? Oh, right, yeah, it finally came over. Valorant's been out since 2020, but that was just on PC, and then, yeah, they finally started to come over to console. But, aw, shout out to Concord in 10th place. It sucks to suck, I guess. All of this comes in the wake of an investor expressing concern regarding sales for Star Wars Outlaws, as well as Assassin's Creed Shadows during Ubisoft's most recent sales report. Yeah, we've talked about that before. Unfortunately, due to the fact that the game these two games don't apparently appear to be available on Steam, at least at release, can't really check how well they're wish listing over there, can't really run the hypotheticals on that. So those numbers are going to be hid on Ubisoft, I don't know if it's going to be on Epic Games storefront, but PS5 numbers are all we have to go off of. Yeah, that's not good. We'd take a look at the Xbox One, but nobody's playing the Xbox. But back to the failing, terrible Quarter 1 2024 sales report. Okay, Ubisoft noted that it expects to have net bookings in its second quarter come around at about 500 million euros when it releases Outlaws. For comparison, the company's net bookings for the first quarter clocked in at 290 million when it released XDefiant. Is anybody still playing that game? Like, oof. Okay, Barclays, Nick Dempsey questioned the low predictions in a Q&A session during the company sales call. He asked, when I look at the guidance for quarter 2, and if I assume something similar for back catalog in quarter 2 as quarter 1 is getting to 200 to 230 million for that sort of range for the new release of Star Wars Outlaws. When I look at the $70 price tag and then assuming what you might get from it, I'm getting to around 5 million units. Something in that sort of bracket. Yo, they're going to be that lofty when it comes to this stuff. And we got sales data, at least on PlayStation, looking as it does. Ooh, that's it's not great. Not looking good. Not only would he question the sales figures for Star Wars Outlaws, he would question the potential for Assassin's Creed Shadows. When I look at the second half, clearly, I think you're going to need a heavy contribution from Assassin's Creed. But it could be those revenues would be, in fact, boosted by multiple hundreds of millions in partnership deals at the kind of range to get us over that line. But it's kind of crazy when you take a look at what's left on Ubisoft's docket. Like, do they still have Wheels McGillicuddy coming to Rainbow Six Siege? Oof. XDefiant was a flash in the pan. Skull and Bones to begin the year recently got discounted to $10 at Best Buy. I don't know if that was one of the stores where you could go ahead and pre-order that abomination, but that thing's a DOA. Outlaws, which, well, we'll see what happens this weekend. And then, of course, in November, you got Assassin's Creed Shadows. But Ubisoft, oh boy, it's no Warner Brothers. Hell, it's not even no Sony when it comes to this, but they could end up having a record year. And trust me, that's not record positive. That is staring down the barrel of bankruptcy type record. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.